Good morning. It's an early, crisp morning. Just starting up my day. We got a busy day ahead outside the homestead. We are at a marriage course this weekend at our church, and so I got to get my chores done early. And looking at the forecast coming up here, we've got some plus temperatures coming by tomorrow. Right now it's pretty chilly out, so this is not maple syrup season, but it's coming, and it should be starting either on Sunday or on Monday. So I'm gonna get some trees tapped this morning. I'm gonna turn my flashlight off, probably bugging you. I'm gonna go and tap some trees this morning, but the first thing I have to do is I gotta do my chores, and then I also gotta put my cows into the sacrifice pen.
A sacrifice pen would also be considered a winter pen. It's just an area where we have our animals throughout the winter months. We make sure that they have proper shelter, that they can get out of the wind, that they have thick bedding, that they have heated waters, and this is where we feed them throughout the winter months, because we don't have any grazing opportunities all the way from November on to April or maybe even May.
Morning. Hey, Birdie, leave my coffee alone. Leave my coffee alone. Don't lick my coffee. Brody, you're coming. Everybody's watching.
As a rule, we keep our animals in this pen for the entire winter. This winter was different. We allowed them out in the majority of the penning in the maple grove for the entire winter up until now, because now we're going to start with the maple syrup. There is always a bit of a threat to the trees. The problem is that animals can be very, very rough on trees.
I'll turn back the fence. Cows are all very curious. Now that I finally got the fence done, I'm gonna feed the animals. Should have maybe done that beforehand. They would have maybe been less curious with me. So I'm gonna give them their water and feed the cows and dogs, goats. And we'll start tapping trees here shortly. Everybody's fed. Okay, so we'll be looking for trees that are over 6 inches in diameter. I think it's more like 8 inches in diameter. But we typically don't do small trees. We have enough big trees that we don't do the small trees. So I got my ones that I tapped here the other day. I'm going to add another tap to this tree.
Maple trees can be tapped for sap in regions where they grow naturally. This is usually in North America, which would include northeastern United States and eastern Canada. So the common species of maple trees to use would be something like a sugar maple, a red maple, a black maple, but the trees that we're tapping are the Manitoba maples because we are here in central Canada. These trees actually thrive here in Canada in the cold temperatures, where they need the cold temperatures during the dormant season, and then when spring comes, the sap is then pushed up through the tree to feed the leaves. And that's when we're tapping and we're actually collecting the sap.
Let's see how good these rubber boots are. Oh, gross.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't even you. That was brown water, babe.
Wow. I don't know how dirty these boots are from the inside. And
Oh, that one's not too bad.
I was in that water. It's cold. My feet are freezing.
I think we need to invest in rubber boots. He paid so much for these, so now he has a hard time buying new ones. But how long have you had these?
I don't know,
A year?
3 years.
Like 4 years. My boots, they're 10 years old and they're done. I'm not walking in that water. That is not happening. I am not walking in that water.
There's just something about that tap, tap, tap that just calms the heart. I love to just sit in the bush and listen to all of the pails being filled, especially right after we've emptied them all. It's like these tiny little drums that are beating throughout the entire grove. It's just wonderful and mesmerizing. The amount of sap on a maple tree really depends on so many different factors, such as the size of the tree, the health of the tree. Weather conditions is a huge piece that plays into the amount of sap that you could get. But a tree can produce anywhere from 10 to 20 gallons of sap during one tapping season. And very typically in Ontario, Quebec area, you would have a 4 to 6 week season. For us, it varies a lot more because we are further north. Our seasons tend to be shorter. So we've had our longest season was 4 weeks, but we've actually had seasons that have been as short as 1 week.
Hey, ladies. We are so close to having babies. So close. Only a couple more days. Maybe you can see the creek is full. It's running.
It's the last feeding of the day. We're just giving the cows their last bale, and obviously the dogs will need their food. And then we're going to go and take a quick look on the bees.
They're all looking pretty good, I think. I don't know what to base it on, but they all have action. So, we sit and wait. Doesn't look like much.
Nope. That one I think is a goner.
A good one. Could be.
Well, it looks like it's grown to a certain point, but it almost looks like it's stopped.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that one's well on its way.
Nope.
Nope.
Yep.
Yep. That's ours, baby. Yep. Look at that. You can see just a tip
Yeah.
Ooh, that one was like stuck in there.
Yep. I can see it.
Yeah, I can see it. It's just you can't see very much. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, this one was pretty light. Still is developed somewhat.
I would say just leave it.
Yeah, it is.
Sheldon and I just took the opportunity to go and candle the eggs. We were actually quite far behind. We should have done it in between day like 7 and 10, but this is actually day 15. So we hurry candled them, and out of the 36 that we have 30 eggs that are developing. So, well, the copper Moran, those obviously you can't really see what's going on in the eggs, so we are gonna just have to wait that one out and see if they hatch. But the rest of them you could see they were all developing, and as you can see here, we made sure that you could see, hopefully you could see it, we made the room completely dark, and then we candled the eggs. So this was the first time for us. We actually had to use a book so that we could actually look and see what development looks like. But it looks like it's going really, really well. And now we get to just turn to the other side of the room and I get to show you my plants. My onions seem to be doing really, really well under the light. I've already had to raise up this light because, as you can see, the plants are growing up into there. I will be trimming them back shortly. And then I have a bunch of herbs and lettuce growing over here. They are all doing wonderfully. You can just see all the little sprouts. You can see right there, that is the celery. So cute, little guys. I don't use domes at all. I just use saran wrap. So here we have some marigolds, we have hyssop, we have basil, and we have French thyme. So everything is coming up right now. Here we'll see, this is the tarragon, it's coming up. This is the borage, it's just starting. You can see that guy right there, just popping up. And then the feverfew hasn't come up yet at this point, but we have a lot going on in the back. And then slowly but surely, we do have items coming up. It looks like I will need a water, and I know I've mentioned this in the past. What I do is I bottom feed, so I water at the bottom. I do that because I don't really want my plants to really suffer from always having water dumped on it. This is my next tray. So cauliflower just came up a day ago and it is just happy. And then eggplant, you can see there's just a few little babies coming in there. My leek is just starting. You can see them right there. They're just starting. And here you're seeing Brussels. These are, they're called the red darlings. So these are actually or they kind of look purple Brussels sprouts. And then these are the typical green Brussels. And then you'll see cabbage and baby broccoli, and then just the typical broccoli. And that's what we've got growing right now. So I have 4 shelves under lights. They're all on a timer. They're going every, they go 15 hours on. Like I had said in my last video on this whole entire system, this is very new to me. I am usually the person who has them out on my windowsill. So this is very, very new, and it's really fun to come down here and to get in here. Now, this is the funny thing. I've been telling people I've been making it into the gym every single day this week for the last couple of weeks, but I haven't used any of that equipment. I am either one watering here with the chicks, or I'm over here watering and taking care of the plants. I really look forward to sharing this journey with you guys on how this growing system works and how my plants are doing. And I really anticipate the day where I get to plant this all into my garden.
Well, I want to say thanks for joining us. It's been really great to have you following alongside us this week as we've been looking into the maple syrup, into the plants and the chicks. It's very exciting to see what is coming. New life is coming. Spring is almost here. So before I let you go, I want you to remember you might have some limitations, but that does not mean you're limited.